Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or The Notorious Fantasy, and today I'm joined with my buddy over here, Tyler Moss, who is underneath me right now. All of his Twitter, all the links down below where you can find him are down below in the description. So, Tyler, do you got anything to say before we get into the mock?
Yo, what's going on? It's Tyler, or the Tyler Moss NFL on Twitter. Find me there. That's a light joke to start it off. I'm excited to do this. Tired as fuck, but who cares? Grind never stops. Get your head out of your ass.
Exactly. Let's get right into it. So, this is a regular redraft, fucking mock draft. PPR 12 team. We are pick 8. Roster positions are one quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wideouts, tight end, flex, kicker, defense, and 6 bench spots. We include those kickers and defenses because I'm pretty sure almost every single league plays with them. So, that's why we do it. So we're going to get right into it here. I'll read off the draft board real quick, and then me and Tyler will make our pick. So Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Michael Thomas, Ezekiel Elliott, Devontae Adams, Alvin Kamara, and DeAndre Hopkins. So did you see anything weird there?
3 wide receivers going. I know it's kind of scripting this like a home league. Wide receivers are not valued that high. So that was a little shocking, but you know what? I mean, it looks pretty normal. The 4 core running backs are going off again, and now we're at this point right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no, this is always what typically in the drafts you see. Normally, it's either 1 or 2 wide receivers at this point. Thomas literally goes at the 1-3 or 1-4 every single time. Like he doesn't move anywhere past that. So where would you be looking to go here? Obviously not wide receiver. So who's the running back we're looking at?
Running back, please. And I'm pretty sure Bobby Sylvester's weighing down the consensus. 94% for Dalvin Cook needs to go ahead and fly out of the window right now. It's Joe Mixon. Look, the offense got a huge upgrade. Just quarterback alone, they added a wide receiver piece as well. The defense is still a train wreck. Joe Mixon showed a lot of promise towards the end of the season. I'm very excited to be drafting him right around this pick here at pick 8. Joe Mixon's my move.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna make the argument real quick against him. Dalvin Cook is like one of the most talented wide or running backs in the NFL. He's not a wide receiver, even though he catches a million passes. But I agree. I like Joe Mixon much better than Dalvin Cook. I think Joe Mixon's gonna play you 16 games. I think Dalvin Cook plays you maybe 13. So I'd much rather get the guy that I know is gonna be here all season and a guy that I'm very confident. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna look much better. So we both agree here. We're gonna go with Joe Mixon. So after we selected Mr. Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook came off the board, followed by Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, Leonard Fournette, Julio, Tyreek, Kenyon Drake, and CEH. So clearly, CEH, he's going to go in the second round of every draft, but Miles Sanders in the first, same with Leonard Fournette, to me, is a lot of a reach. What do you think about that?
No, thank you. Clyde Edwards-Helaire can get the hell out of the second round, especially early second round. Bye-bye. Miles Sanders will have that capital, maybe not that high of a capital. That's correlated based off the fact they signed no one, and let's look at the fact that he was averaging 18.5 to end the season, all without Jordan Howard in those 7-game stretch. I love it. I don't like him going that high, but I still love him. And then Leonard Fournette's not even going to be on the team after this year. I mean, they have nothing invested in him. Why? What are you doing?
They could just trade him, so there's no reason to pick Leonard Fournette that high. CEH, obviously Tyler hates the guy, but I think second round's where he's going to fall. Would I draft him there? Probably not, but that's where he's going to end up getting drafted. So now look at the wide receivers. We're going to look at both real quick. Chris Godwin, Allen Robinson, Kenny Golladay, Mike Evans, Juju, and at running back, Eckler, Chubb, Jacobs, Jones. Where would you be looking here?
I like Eckler. That's correlated based off the fact that yes, Chubb's in a great running offense now. Well, you know what? That's hard for me because it's between those two. I think it's got to be between those two.
Yeah,
the line got major upgrades, but they brought back Kareem Hunt. As far as Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon's gone. So it's what situation do you like better? So I'm going to put this in your hands. I kind of drove the ship for the Joe Mixon pick, but those would be my 2 options I'm looking at.
Yeah, no, those are my 2 options as well. To me, it's a coin flip every single time I look at them. Some days I like Chubb more. I just think they're going to run the ball a shit ton. But obviously, Austin Eckler. Now, Tyrod, obviously, there's some worries. Oh, he doesn't dump the ball off. Who really gives a fuck? They're going to obviously dump it off because he's so talented and probably ends up being Herbert for half the games. So I like Eckler, but I think I would go with Chubb here personally. I just feel he has much more upside. If he gets 20 touches a game, Eckler's just simply not going to get 20 touches a game. So I just think that Chubb has that upside. So that's how I'm going to go here. But I wouldn't argue if anyone would go Eckler here over him. For the wide receivers, there's no reason to pick any of those guys above either of the running backs. So we're going to go with, I fucking picked the wrong guy. Jesus.
Full commit to it. He's going to get receiving work. I love it. Great. No.
All good. We could just go back.
Oh, my gosh. He's still there.
It's all good. We're going back because that's bullshit. So we're gonna
No,
pick
Chubb
Nick
was
Chubb.
still on the
I don't
board.
care. That's not gonna happen. So we're going Chubb. That's not gonna
Oh.
happen in a single draft. So after we went with Nick Chubb, Chris Godwin came out the board, followed by Travis Kelce, Odell Beckham Jr., Austin Eckler, JT, Aaron Jones, Amari Cooper, Josh Jacobs, Galladay, Kittle, Evans, Patty Mahomes, Cooper Kupp, and Juju. Do any of those picks say no, 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 not today to you?
Juju, they're not invested in him. Cup is not being invested in by the Rams. Um, the rest kind of falls in line. I kind of like how the rest was going.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, Cup might be traded by the time the season starts or halfway
Yeah,
through the season.
yeah.
And Juju, like, he's a bounce back player, but I mean, Big Ben might just bounce back straight onto the IR or something. He's just injury prone as fuck at this point, so I don't really trust it. Besides that, everything's pretty normal. JT, Jonathan Taylor, is going to go in the second round just about every single time with CEH. So that's just what you're going to see. So right now at wide receiver, Allen Robinson still available, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, running back Gurley, Bell, Gordon, Carson, tight end Ertz, Andrews, Waller, and then quarterback. Every quarterback's available except for Mahomes. So where would you be looking here? I think I know the answer anyways.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, is it Mark Andrews?
Oh, you know what? Okay, so this is kind of you get past your first two picks. It's kind of decision time. Or what are you going to do with your team? Are you going to start stacking a position? You're going to start doing another different tactic. Whatever you're going to do. Can you load up the running backs? Just want to see what's going to be there on the turn. And is this dynasty?
No, this is redraft.
Okay, so this is just regular redraft. Okay, so you know what? I think I may want to try something. It's a stack. I really am someone who's a big fan of let's just wait on wide receivers and let them fall because you're going to get really good ones later. And I know running backs dissipate so quickly that if you can get the 3 stack, I think it's beautiful. It's definitely a tactic that I like to try out a lot. So it's either Bell or maybe you go with a guy like Cam Akers who's going to get a shit ton of touches.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I think it's just too early for those guys. Like, I think they will fall to us. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind the Mark Andrews move as well. I mean, he got the jersey up behind him. Shit, Tyler, give him some credit. He's a really good talent. I think in the situation where you're stacking running backs like this, grabbing a tight end or an elite quarterback as well is probably the move. And I think we can get Andrews here. I can back that because none of the receivers scream sexy when I know I can get someone later.
See, now I really like DJ Moore. Are you opposed to picking DJ Moore here?
Yeah, Robbie Anderson's there, and I'm not really loving Tyrod as same quarterback. Just kidding. I'm not really loving Teddy Bridgewater for the offense passing wise. However, I think McCaffrey's stocks are just even higher, which is weird. But he's king dump off, so I'm not really a big fan of him. I could honestly get behind the Mark Andrews pick. You plugged it earlier. I think I can back that if you're good with it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I mean, I never go tight end this early, but I think in the third round, if you can draft Andrews, a guy who literally dominated last year. Let me just pull up his stats real quick so that just me saying he dominated doesn't really mean anything. So 64 receptions, 98 targets, 852 yards, and 10 fucking touchdowns. So this guy's going to absolutely destroy even this season. I mean, he's the best wide receiver on their team for Lamar. So
I don't like the regression bullshit either. I just don't get it. I mean, they're clearly using him. Yeah, he's not on the field a ton.
He will be more now, though.
Yeah, now you got another one of their tight ends have been shipped out. So it's Mark Andrews. That's just plain simple.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So after with Mark Andrews, his teammate Lamar Jackson came off the board, followed by Allen Robinson, Zach Ertz, Darren Waller, Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, AJ Brown, and Keenan Allen. Any of those picks a bit weird to you?
I don't know how big I am on Allen Robinson. Corley based on that wide receiver, the quarterback group. It's just fuck. Darren Waller above Ertz. Darren Waller right next to Ertz, so the tight end kind of stacked there. I'm kind of glad we went Andrews now. And then the kind of a wide receiver tier that I kind of put all together: Thielen, Moore, Brown, Allen. It looks pretty chalk though.
Yeah, no, I like Robinson more than you do. I just think he's done it with all these shit quarterbacks. He did it with Bortles, did it with Trubisky. So how could he not do it with a better guy in Foles? So that's my only argument for him. I don't really like. I think AJ Brown's getting a little too much hype, but I still think he's a fine player, so I don't disagree with that. So right now, through 3 rounds, we have Joseph Mixon, Nicky Chubb, and Mark Andrews. So our team, we got 2 running backs and a tight end. So where would you be looking here in the 4th round? Would you be looking to grab another running back since none of them were taken like I thought would happen? Or are we looking to go wide receiver?
I'm ready to just grab another running back. I mean, they're so overpowered in home leagues, especially where you just grab a bunch and people love names. And especially this just being redraft. I'm behind Bell being a very productive back this year. You already have two very good options already. Looking at our roster, so I feel like we can go with Bell and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, no, that's where I'd be leaning too. Now, I wouldn't honestly be opposed to taking Todd Gurley in the 4th round, but you got to understand when you take him, he's going to play like 10 games, but they're just going to feed him the rock a million times. So I actually have changed my opinion a lot on him. But Le'Veon Bell's like the king of safety last year. He didn't perform up to a 1st round pick, but he was safe every single week because Mono Man Sam doesn't know how to read the field, so he just dumps it off like Tyler playing Madden. So we're going to play with Le'Veon Bell here and add him to the roster.
The shit. That's the reason why people don't like Bell is they're like, he screwed me because I picked him in the 1st round. Well, no shit. You picked Bell in the 1st round. Like, duh. And now we got my boy Cam Akers. And I know you may hate me for doing this, but if we 4-stack those running backs, it's fine. We don't have to, but like that'd be peak. That'd be such a big cock move.
All right, so after we with Bell, Austin Hooper came off the board, followed by Chris Carson, your boy, Sony Michel, Cortland Sutton, Todd Gurley, Devontae Parker, Scary Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett, Robert Woods, Darius Geis, T.Y. Hilton, DeAndre Swift. Now, I don't know who was smoking at Fantasy Pros to decide that Sony Michel should get picked in the 4th round and that Darius Geis should get picked in the 5th round, but they're on some shit. Do not be doing that. Same thing with what's his name? Austin Hooper in the 4th round makes no sense. Drafting another Cleveland option at like tight end, it literally makes no sense because they're just gonna run the ball a million times.
That's true. Yeah, team looks like shit, by the way. Odell, fucking Sony Michel. Oh my gosh, no thanks.
All right, so I know you want to pick Mr. Akers, but Akers is gonna fall past this round. There's no way he gets picked here.
I think he will too, honestly. I think if we grab a wide receiver, I can back that.
All right, so wide receiver, we got Chark, AJ Green, DK Metcalf, Jarvis Landry, Julian Edelman. Now, the only argument to why we shouldn't have picked Mark Andrews is because you end up with shit like this as your wide receiver. So who would you be looking at here at wide receiver, or are we just going to pivot completely off of them because these guys
I'm pro wide receiver here. DK looks real nice. The difference between Chark and AJ compared to DK is their teams didn't add a wide receiver. You can look at the overall talent, but AJ Green's a boss. Never fucking pick him.
Don't draft AJ Green.
Chark is not going to be the core wide receiver there. I'm just going to be completely real with you. It's going to be Laviska Shenault. So grab him in later rounds. Note. But DK is my selection here with relevance.
Now, I wouldn't be opposed to taking DJ Chark, to be honest with you, but as our wide receiver 1, I kind of want to get a guy that's a lot more safe. And to me, DJ Chark's more of like, if you go wide receiver heavy, he's like a coin flip kind of guy. Like, he might actually be very good like he was last season, but there's obviously a chance that he regresses. So DK Metcalf, obviously last season, put on a hell of a rookie year. Now, there's another argument against him that Russell Wilson has never had 2 1,000-yard receivers in like 10 years, but who gives a shit because Mr. Lockett really ain't that good anymore, so I'd prefer to draft Metcalf anyways.
Well, more or less, there's never been 2 good receivers there. And that's the thing. Would you rather want your wide receiver 1 competing with Philip Dorsett or Laviska Shenault? It's fucking easy. Like, that's so easy to me. Yes, full send DK there.
Yeah, no, I agree there. So after we went with DK, DJ Chark came off the board, followed by Melvin Gordon, Devin Singletary, Dickie Dak Prescott, AJ Green, Debo, Kyler Murray, and Jarvis. Anything weird there?
Weird that no one took Cam Akers isn't going to lay in my lap in round 6 here. You got the ultimate stack at running back. I mean, you can't have running back depth. You can't have more than that. And I feel really great about having that many, but that's up to you if you wanna go that route.
Yeah, we'll look at the board real quick, but I just want to say something. How the fuck does Kyler Murray fall all the way to the 6th round? Like, even though I'm not even a guy who goes and drafts quarterback, that's crazy.
Yeah, wow, that just went right past me. I completely agree on that one. That's actually appalling. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, in your home leagues, that's never going to happen, though, because there's in most home leagues. I mean, if you're playing in home leagues where the guys are listening to guys like us, even if you're listening to anyone besides maybe the counselor, you'll understand not to draft a quarterback early. So maybe you'll be in that kind of league. But maybe you're in a league with people who don't really give a shit about fantasy and you just take their money every year, which in that case is great. Hit that subscribe button if you want to do that. So at wide receiver, Julian Edelman's available. I want nothing to do with him based upon Jarrett Stidham being a bum. Maybe Hoyer's the quarterback. I love Tyler Boyd, though. Even though they drafted Titty Boy Higgins, I believe he's the wide receiver 1 on the team because I just don't think that AJ Green is even healthy enough to play a full season or might not even be on the team. Like, he could get traded. So what would you be opposed to Boyd here?
No, I wouldn't. This is the thing is he's the wide receiver 1 right now. And I I see T. Higgins actually being quite effective in the future.
Yeah.
I think he's the wide receiver 2 all year, though, which means you get Boyd at a very, very good price. I'm very pro taking him here, and it kind of shows why you want to grab those running backs early. You still get very high value here with this pick.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Tyler Boyd's stats, this guy's been a beast for 2 years in a row. Last season, 90 receptions on 148 targets, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. The season before, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. And he was doing that with Andy Dalton, Ryan Finley, all these scrubs. Now he gets Joseph Big Cock Burrow. So
yeah, and he had injuries too. I mean, he only played 10 games that last season, so shit. Like putting up 1,000 yards with 10 games, I'll take it. Give me Joe Burrow now.
yeah, exactly. I love Tyler Boyd with that pick. So after we went with my man, Tyler Boyd here. Scroll down real quick. David Johnson, Michael.
Available. Holy shit.
David Johnson, Michael Gallup, Julian Edelman, Russell Wilson, Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Watson, Hunter Henry, Josh Allen, John Brown, Drew Brees, Marquise Brown, Kareem Hunt, Karate Kick, Carson Wentz, and Aaron Rodgers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams already with the quarterback. That means 2 teams do not have one, including us. Now, I think this is what actually does happen in home league drafts. Someone takes Russ, and then these guys legitimately just take a shit in their pants and are like, oh, God, let me pick Carson Wentz in the 7th round. And then you just feel like a dumbass walking out of the draft.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I would much rather take the upside of Daniel Jones than having to be stuck with one of those bum-ass quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly. So
look in a great position here, though.
Yeah, looking now, Connor's still available, and I don't like Connor really that much, but in this round, I think he does kind of have value because of how much he's fallen. But Akers to me or Montgomery would be the pick. I still like Montgomery. I'm gonna go out and say it. I still believe in him, but I think Akers is better upside with the roster we have. I don't think Montgomery has as much upside.
I take Akers in that offense with what he's competing against versus David Montgomery and his offense and what he's competing against. I would much rather want my running back competing with Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson than competing with Tariq Cohen
and Cordero Patterson.
Yeah, basically. So that's really my thought. Plus, Akers' talent is remarkably better than Montgomery. It just needs to get him going, and putting him on your bench is beautiful.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because especially, I think Akers is going to get hot. Like, you wait a couple of weeks, maybe like week 4, then the guy just lights on fire. But he's riding your pine. You're all good. So
that's the thing is you're filling him in for bye weeks, and it's going to take him a little bit to get going. But bye weeks don't even start till like week 4. So like, fuck. I mean, that's enough time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, after we went with Akers, Will Fuller came off the board, James Cotter, Mark Ingram, Raheem Mostert, David Montgomery, Keyshawn Vaughn, Christian Kirk, and Anthony Miller. So tell the people about Keyshawn Vaughn real quick.
Yes. Best effort I've seen on tape off ball. I love it. The guy, phenomenal in the pass blocking, gets receiving work because of that, excels in that receiving work, and he runs very efficiently as well. Very underrated guy coming into the class, and a team took the chance on him in the 3rd round, and they drafted him. It's a Bruce Arians running back. I am thrilled with this. Full send it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, looking back here onto what is still available now, quarterbacks are still available, but we're not taking one until later because we already committed to that. And we already have Mark Andrews as our tight end, so we don't have to look at that either. Don't draft 2 fucking tight ends unless you're playing in a 14-team league. And if you draft Mark Andrews, you better not even draft the second one. Same thing goes with 2 quarterbacks. I rarely ever do that. So wide receiver, there's still guys like Marvin Jones, Mr. Injury Prone, Brandon Cooks, Justin Jefferson, Sterling Shepard, Crowder, Jerry Jeudy. At running back, James White, Philip Lindsay, Tariq Cohen, Burita, Dobbins, Kerryon, Jordan Howard, Damian Williams. Any of these guys calling your name here?
Yes, so I got 2 options here that I want to float with. Darius Slayton, which I think we can wait on. And then messing around with that Miami Dolphins situation with their running backs. They added a lot of offensive line pieces. You got to admit that.
Yeah.
Matt Breida is going to get hurt. I think Jordan Howard's going to have a very high effect on this offense. I'm really liking him. Now, I feel like I want to lock down Slayton first. I know, he's lower on the board, but I don't want him gone because that's a beautiful guy that's going to blossom this year into a really solid receiver. So I'd be very happy grabbing him at this value. But yeah, keep an eye on that Miami Dolphins situation because I may want to address or go to that later on in the draft.
See, I agree. I disagree though with Slayton. I don't think Slayton is like the best guy to pick here. Why not pick Marvin Jones, a guy who you know is in a situation as the 2, where Slayton is what, the 3?
Yeah, I mean they added wide receivers, and I don't think Slayton's the 3. Slayton's the outside receiver. There's still a weird slot. Who's going to play the slot situation with Tate and Shepard, which is it's fucking.
Yeah, and they have Ingram too for a couple games.
Yeah, that's true too. But I just think that offense is just going to look better. And Slayton was looking great at the end of the year. I love him coming into this year. I mean, Marvin Jones. I don't know.
Come on, he was literally playing better than Galladay multiple games this season when he was healthy.
I wouldn't hate it if you wanted to make that move.
Yeah, that's 100% who I would want to go with. I just think he's way safer, to be honest with you. So, just looking at his stats real quick, like the guy absolutely fucking tore it up. 13 games, 91 targets, 779 yards, 9 touchdowns. You don't think he tore it up with David Blau?
Oh my god.
Those are all with David Blau.
Tyler Boyd played 10 games and put up 1,000 yards.
Yeah, well, that's true. But Marvin Jones played great.
Look at Slayton real quick. Let's play it.
All right, well, we will show it, but we're picking fucking Jones.
Just for the boys at home.
Slayton 748. You're right, 84. He played great, but I just like Marvin Jones. I just think he's safer, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's fine. So, you pull the trigger. I'm not gonna fight you. I love you. It's all love here on the channel. Wink.
Wink, wink. All right, so I have to go with Marvin Jones, Philip Lindsay count the board, James White, Darius Slayton. Sadly, I didn't think he would get picked there. He falls to like the 9th. Then his teammate Sterling Shepard, which I don't understand picking Shepard. Darrell Henderson, Mike Williams, Duke Johnson, Jordan Howard, Emmanuel Sanders, Kerryon, Rojo, Cooks, Jamison Crowder, and J.K. Dobbins. So the running back that I wanted from the system for the Dolphins is still here. I don't like Jordan Howard. I know you might, but I think that where is he? Mr. Burrito. Mr. Burrito in like 6 games is going to tear it up. He's going to get hurt, though, so you got like 6 games of him.
Well, you got depth, so I would mess with it. See, here's the thing. I don't like Jordan Howard. No one likes Jordan Howard.
Yeah, neither do I.
No one likes Jordan Howard. Okay? And it's really just correlated based off the fact that I think he's going to play more games than Burrito, which means more opportunity. But you know what? We have a really, really safe wide receiver backup already in Akers to go along with a really deep wide receiver core as it is. So fuck it. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't hate it that much. Other guys you could look at is one of those young receivers.
Jefferson.
I'm not a fan of Justin Jefferson, mainly because he's going to play Sterling Shepard, but he's not going to be as good. No, Stephon Diggs, and he's not going to be as good as Stephon Diggs. So why are people high on him? Like Stephon Diggs was a nightmare last year, like to own. He was only good when Thielen was out.
I would sooner draft Jalen Reagor than draft Justin Jefferson, I think. And I like Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, I would look at Judy or Ruggs, in all honesty. I don't know why Jefferson's that high. Fantasy pros, get your shit together.
No, see, I understand it, though, because he's the 2 on the team, whereas Judy might be the 3. Probably the 2, though.
Well, Ruggs is the 1, so...
That's true, but, I mean, that's crowded as fuck around Ruggs. That's the only argument I could see.
Well, it's crowded with a bunch of will they hit talent versus your first-round capital wide receiver, so that's why I'm more into that.
Okay, so I wouldn't even argue. We could pick Ruggs here. I wouldn't even hate it. Yeah, we pick.
Well, where are we on the turn? Hold up.
We are at pick. We're here, and then we're gonna pick again soon.
I think we can get away with.
Yeah, we're coming back.
With going Burrito? I don't know if I should.
Yeah, no, we'd have to go Burrito if we wanted him. That's the only argument. So, do you want Burrito?
Yeah.
Okay, so the argument for Burrito is definitely the fact that the Dolphins' line isn't that bad, and he's just gonna get the ball a million times. And I mean, last year we had scrubs at running back. Like, come on, he has to be better than fucking Patrick Laird or Kalen Ballage. So,
Kalen Ballage is a fucking fullback that doesn't have the size to be a fullback. He's a fucking dude. He's a flag football champion. Please tell me he fell.
He did.
Shit.
So no, he didn't. Oh, I didn't. Motherfucker. So Matt Burrito, we went Matt Burrito, then CeeDee Lamb at the board, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Judy, Tariq Cohen, Henry Ruggs, Matty Snapback, Evan Ingram, and Preston Williams. So obviously Henry Ruggs went. So where are we gonna look now?
I don't fucking know. Preston Williams went off too. That was another backup option.
Yeah, I like Preston Williams.
Oh shit, Reagor's still there.
Yeah, that's what I'd pick. Yeah, I mean he's the wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 potentially.
Yeah, exactly. And Pittman's there as well, who's also about that value, but he could fall to us later. And again, why I'm saying get running backs early. The wide receiver talent's gonna fuck Pittman's gone. The wide receiver talent's gonna be there. So
yeah, no,
honestly.
That's fine though, because there's a person I actually want still available. So we went Rieger, and then Josh Kelly came off the board, rookie, went from to UCLA, I believe. Now he's in LA yet again. So Damian Williams, Robbie Anderson, Gronk, Spike, Michael Pittman, Deontay Johnson, Golden Tate, Tyler Higbee, Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, Jared Cook, Curtis Samuel, Alan Lazard, and Chase Claypool. So real quick, let's talk about Gronk. What is your opinion on Gronk?
Uh, uh, I don't
That's my
know.
opinion. I agree.
Is he even gonna come back like fully healthy? Is he even gonna come back? Like shit. How do we know he's not just deking the Bucks right now? Um, my thing I want to talk about is fucking Josh Kelly. He's a special teams player. What the hell is he doing in the 10th round? Are we kidding me?
Yeah, no, I mean, he might take over from Justin Jackson, but unless you own Eckler, why are you handcuffing him with Josh Kelly? Why not go with a more upside play like Pollard?
He actually may own Eckler. Hold up.
Does he? We'll scroll up. No, he doesn't.
No, he's a fucking idiot, is what he is. Uh, fucking squared. So who's the guy you wanted?
Oh, the guy I wanted was Mr. Tom Brady in the 11th round. You don't think Tom Brady is top 12 this year?
Matty Ice is still there, so I mean,
Yeah.
I would wait another round and then see what we're given.
Okay, I can't argue with that, but the problem is I don't want to be left with Baker or Ryan Tannehill.
I would not mind being left with Daniel Jones though, with that mobility and the new line.
No, I wouldn't argue that either, but I just think we have such a good team that Danny Dimes could just ruin it all if we don't just pick Matt Ryan, because Ryan's
what's
stats.
left in the wide?
Yeah, you can go. The wide receivers: Watkins, Mims, Hardman, Perryman, Westbrook, Harry. I mean, Harry is low key is kind of a good pick this late.
Yeah, it's something to play with. Yeah, no, all those guys are just fucking backups. Tony Pollard's another really interesting move as well.
What round are we? We're in the 11th round, so I wouldn't argue against going Pollard.
I just, I think he's actually going to get work this year, but I don't know. I mean, I would be okay taking a quarterback. None of the values here are screaming at me. Let's go take him. So I'd be okay.
See, the thing is, I like Brady, but I honestly agree with you. I think Matt Ryan's the better player. I didn't even see that he was available. I just think Matt Ryan, every single year, he's either top 5 or top 12. So he was not top 5 last season. So this is his year.
There we go. That's exactly what I'm saying. He is the most back and then one way. He's just back and forth. And this is the power year. This is the top 5 year, baby. I'm excited. I'm full send Matt Ryan. Look at the team. It got better.
They got Todd Gurley. They got a real running back.
It did me. It's a fucking mess team. But you know what? Fuck it.
No, I mean, it's not a mess of a team. There's much worse teams out there than what Matt Ryan has. And even though even if they're not great, like Matt Ryan still will will them to win 7 games. So it doesn't really matter. So
reasonable.
After we went with Matty Ice, N'Keal Harry came off the board, Noah Fant, Ryan Tannigod, Latavius Murray, Brashad Perryman, Tevin Coleman, 49ers defense, Blake Jarwin. This guy can actually go fuck off. Do not draft the defense before the last 2 rounds. You're legitimately crazy. The best defense will never be the best defense again. Even if the number 1 defense last year was the Patriots, it won't hit again. I promise you that.
I'll say it again in another video if you guys haven't heard me say it already. Buffalo Bills, baby. It's going to be the number 1 defense. They just added AJ Epineza, their defense is already good enough. Like, I'm fucking ready for them to be peak.
All right, we're in the 12th round right now. Our roster right now, we got Matty Ice, Joe Mixon, Nicholas Chubb, DK Metcalf, Tyler Boyd, Mark Andrews, Le'Veon Bell, Cameron Akers, Marvin Jones, Matthew Breida, and Jalen Rieger. So we got a pretty solid roster. We got a shit ton of running backs. So I think we just go ahead and draft another running back here in Tony Pollard. Were you opposed to that? Or
yeah, he's still there. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
none of the rookies there.
You don't like Moss?
What's up?
You don't think Moss will get some touches?
He will. I would rather take the second-year guy than Moss going in the new offense. I mean, that's a coin flip, though. I wouldn't mind either option. I think Moss will eventually, by the end of the year, get more targets. But I think Pollard's going to cement himself into that offense. I'm not sure, though. I mean, either would be a play for me.
Yeah, I don't hate Madison either, to be honest with you, because I think it's more likely Cook just breaks his leg than Zeke does. So that's why I would argue Madison maybe over them.
Better draft Mike Boone after, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Who do you want, Tony Pollard or Moss or Madison?
You know what? It's a read. This is hard. It's either Pollard or damn it. You know what? You go. I can't make the choice. 3 guys I want.
I'm gonna go Moss just because I think that he has standalone value. Whereas, like, because if Singletary gets hurt, he'd be great. But I think he will have value even when Singletary is healthy. And if you could trade him to the Singletary guy, that's great for you. So Zach Moss might get some touches. I mean, he's not the most talented running back. The guy pussied out of the combine, but that's okay. Zach Moss here is the pick. So after with Moss, Goddard came off the board, followed by
Burrow, baby.
Goddard, Chase Edmonds, T.J. Hawkinson, Tony Pollard, TB12, Will Disley, Joe Burrow, Horse Cockman, Adrian Peterson, Devontae Freeman, Mike Lickia, Magasicki, Alexander Madison, Justin Jackson, Gardner Minshew, Walk, and Baker Mayfield. So we're not drafting a backup quarterback or tight end, I believe. So we're either going to draft a running back here or high upside wide receiver, unless you think so.
Yeah, real quick, just want to touch on the fact that Baker's not a real NFL quarterback.
Shut up.
We'll jump to our next.
I mean, like, who do you want?
What do you want? Fuck you. I want Denzel Mims. I hate the Jets. I hate them with a fucking passion, but you're drafting a wide receiver 1 in the 13th round. And you know what? Even I really can't complain about that. He's going to be their one. Another guy you could probably look at is John Ross, but then again, you're
no. Come on.
So
come on,
I'll throw the Jets fans a bone.
So you don't know the feeling of waking up on Sunday morning, like railing a line of Coke and then just playing Mecole Hardman. You don't know that feeling, I don't think, because Mecole Hardman gives you the biggest boner when you go to play him. You're like, holy shit, this guy can score me 20 points.
I fucking refuse to play those games. You know why? Because I'm not a dumb fantasy owner.
Oh, I like doing that.
I am, though, because I'm trying to draft a Jets receiver. So go ahead and punch myself in the cock real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the pick here to me is either between Mims or Hardman. I mean, I wouldn't argue Mims because he legit could be the wide receiver 1. There's no shot Hardman does unless Tyreek gets hurt. What are you thinking?
Pitch this to you. Raquel Armstead. For the Jaguars want to ditch Fournette.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Fournette is not going to be happy. This may be your Austin Eckler. This may be the Austin Eckler of this year. Not that Raquel Armstead has that talent, but that one guy you're going to grab that people are going to be like, nah, man, shut up. There's no way Fournette holds out. He does. Raquel Armstead's your guy. I mean, there's a huge chance that actually happens. I've been trying to grab him more later in some startups. I mean, he actually may be a very valuable piece. Now, that's a cute move. So if you kind of want to roll with that, I mean, I'd be down, but you can go with the safe wide receiver.
No, I like Rock Armstead. I was high on him last year. I drafted him in multiple leagues last year. Obviously didn't pay off because Fournette actually decided not to do something stupid like miss team pictures or go fight the other team. So he actually played the whole season. But if he didn't play the whole season, I think Rock Armstead would be going up the board because people would have seen how talented he was. So I won't argue against Rock Armstead. That's who I think we should pick here.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like there's like high capital invested in him, but there's no other back there, and Fournette's clearly not happy. So fuck it. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I agree. So we're gonna go with Rock Armstead here. After we went with Rock Armstead, AJ Dillon came out the board, followed by Boston Scott Massacre, Mecole Hardman, Hayden Hurst, who I love, Steelers, Patriots, Sammy Watkins, and the Ravens. So do you have anything on Hayden Hurst? Do you like him or no?
Don't mind him. Situation's good. They're gonna use the tight end. I don't mind it at all. Not too much comment. There's a reason he's this late. It's because are you going to buy into him? Are you going to hope that Matt Ryan just starts heaving him the ball? Yeah, baby. Buffalo Bills. Let's fucking go. I'm ready to lock that pick in. That's beautiful.
All right, I agree. But what I do, Tyler does something different. He just actually drafts the defense. What I do is I just type. Well, the schedule comes out in a couple of days. You're gonna go on Google, type in the schedule. You find a defense playing a shitty offense, and you draft that team. Then you cut them, and then you draft or you pick up a new one the next week. It's very simple. I make videos about it every week. But if you don't want to do that, you want to get a good defense. The Bills' defense is insane. They were great last year, and they added even more pieces. So I agree with that pick.
I'm ready. I don't think the losses were major. AJ Epinez is a beautiful pick. Obviously, a defense and kicker run because it's the end of the draft. Do we have to draft a kicker, or can we just draft a bench spot?
No, we're drafting a kicker because the way you draft a kicker is you just find one on a team that will not be able to find the end zone unless they're a really good team. So I kind of want to go with my boy Kyemi Fairbairn because I think that they're not going to be able to score because Bob's a dumbass.
Exactly. See, I feel like we literally just picked like the same 2 picks that we did last time we did a mock where we took the Bills and we took Fairbairn. That's hilarious because obviously I mentioned the Bills, but the Fairbairn is not going to they're not going to find the end zone. They're going to be the Arizona this year. Like, what can Watson do inside the red zone? There's no big target. They're
Yeah.
like when Brandon Cooks is your big target, you're fucked. Like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna go to? Darren Fells? You kidding me? Like, like you have no one to go to. So yeah, Yami Fairbairn is definitely a guy I'm buying into.
Yeah, also shout out to my boy, by old bitch lame, but by Young Hoku down here still
Oh.
available. So we're gonna go with Kayame Fairbairn. Great pick here out of Houston. This guy's very talented. He's a guy that was like a top 3. Dude, fucking Fantasy Pros just fucking us right in the ass right here, giving us a C plus, but it's an A plus in the heart. So our roster, real quick to summarize, unless you have something to say.
Yeah, it's stack running backs. Fuck. You see towards the end when we were scraping together Matt Breida just to get an extra guy. Stack running backs. There's a reason we grabbed 4 that early. They look beautiful on your roster. If you are desperate for a piece, you can move one and get a lot back for it because running back depth is very major. Fantasy pros can literally go lick my nuts because that's a stupid rating. They got Bobby Sylvester around the clock fucking putting grades on this shit. Looks like a fucking idiot. So if you hate fantasy pros, or maybe you just hate like people that hate kids or puppies, just go no, not Mike Tagliere. Bobby Sylvester, just light up his fucking Twitter. This guy's a fucking moron.
All right. All right, so our team, to wrap it up real quick, don't be silly, guys. Wrap your willy. Quarterback, Matty Ryan. Our running backs are Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb. Starting wideouts are DK Metcalf, Tyler Boyd. Tight end is Mark Andrews. Le'Veon Bell's the flex. Defense and kicker is Mr. the Buffalo Bills defense, Kayame Fairbairn. Our bench is comprised of Cameron Akers, Marvin Jones, Matthew Breida, Jalen Rieger, Zach Moss, and Rock Armstead. So, Tyler, do you have any closing remarks here?
Yeah. Don't shave your head. That trend's stupid. Just cut your hair. Pay someone to do it. That's my big tip of the day. 79 out of 100 just means that they're pissing on my grave right now and they go eat shit. So
yeah, my big tip of the day is Nick Foles' penis. So thank you guys all for watching. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure you check out Tyler down below. We already plugged his ass. Winky wink. Down below in the comments is everything, or the description is everything. Click on one of the videos on your screen. Click that fucking subscribe button because we're gonna hit 4,000 by my birthday on the 26th of May, and I will do 5 shots in a row on my birthday on Twitter if we can hit 4,000 subscribers. I may die, but if I die, I die. That's what Rocky said, or the guy said to Rocky in that movie. If he dies, he dies. So have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Kiss your moms. Am I right, Tyler?
Yeah. Kiss her hard.